and they'll be looking to go on their winning way, so it's going to be a good clash.
Yeah, it should be, mate. It should be a good game of football, and we've got a late change, haven't we, for the Seagulls? Oh, no, yeah, for the Seagulls, Mickey Sheen with his finger, I was just talking to him down there. Unfortunately, he popped out and went sideways. He's got a cap on it, so and whoever uses the ball the best is going to make the most of their opportunities. Jack Homer up forward for the Seagulls is terrific. Great to see Xavier McCarthy, just talking to him. He's a bit of a jinx man too. He cut his knee on the chainsaw working for Timmy Carter then not long ago either, so he doesn't have much luck, that poor fella. So yeah, well done to him for backing also. Should be a good game of footy, so don't know who to pick here. Posse picked how to pick.
We haven't yet, Blakey, but I've just got a funny feeling about the Seagulls today. I just reckon,
Yeah, good, mate, good. Who are we playing for today, Ozzy?
Well, I've made an executive decision today, Matty, after watching, and I'm sure you boys would have tuned in, but seeing Neil Danaher last night, I thought, what a brave bloke, what a touching story, and I reckon we're going to play for motor neurons today. If we can tip anything at all
good man
into that charity, I reckon that's what we should be doing, Matty. So that's what I've decided to do today, and I certainly hope I can send something that way.
Yeah, no, I love it, big fella. Well done, and of course, races.
Which would get us 24% of what I reckon would be a nice sort of a quaddie today, Matty.
I like it, big fella, and I'm pretty keen on Fontaine Ruby myself, mate. So
good on you. I hope that's a good thing then.
Good stuff. Do you like anything else around the
good on you. Hey,
okay, mate. Good to talk. Good luck with the quaddie. All thanks to Mickey Burke's Detroit Hotel playing for MND today, which is a fantastic cause. And I'll tell you what, good decision there by Greggy Kelson.
Great decision.
What are the conditions like ground level?
Go for a scone, but all the scones are gone.
I can't work out where they went.
Well, they're only in one corner of the room, Blakey.
As we said, magnificent conditions. First really dry day, no wind. It's going to be a great game of footy. Both sides really keen, especially Port Fairy, to get back on the winning list. Haven't won since round one. And the Magpies to continue, the scribes are saying that they've really played no one. You just Port Fairy. Yes, and a great matchup too. The recruit from Camperdown, the big Caesar's got Jack Homer, so that should be a great contest.
Okay, umpire balls it up. It was a bit of a non-event. Shields, though, gets a quick kick out of the pack, kicking to centre half forward. Good pack there. Well done there by Gunning. That's Josh off the ground. A little bit scrappy at the moment. A little handball out there by Dudman. He's wrapped up, though, at centre half forward. Umpire says yes, holding the ball. And the free kick goes to the big man, Marcus Powling, for the Camperdown Magpies across half back.
He does, Matt. He plays on immediately, gets across to Williams. Williams goes short there looking for Seahusen and found him. He goes further afield there. The ball goes up the wing looking for Marnie. She dropped the mark. Chipping in for Port over the top there was Shields. Couldn't take it. The ball goes towards the centre. Picked up by Proud. Got a handball out there. Was nice there. Got it over to Harwood. The ball's in the centre of the Gardens Ovals. Taken there by Baker. Does a little shimmy. Kicks Camperdown into attack. Dropping back on the footy is young Pemberton. Runs onto it. Gathers. Kicks from 45, but it's going to go off. Oh, no, it's bounced, but knocked through by Mason Crozier for a score. So one behind to the Seagulls. We've played 35 seconds. Camperdown, sorry. 1 point to Camperdown on the Shojan concrete scoreboard says they are one behind and the Seagulls are yet to score.
And young Dylan Herbertson about to bring the ball back into attack for the Port Fairy Seagulls. He was fantastic last week. They're playing the huddle again, the Seagulls. A beautiful kick of the football. Here's Herbertson. A nice mark's been taken out there by Colin Harwood. He was fantastic for the Seagulls last week. He kicks down the line. He's got numbers on here. Good mark's been taken by the big man. It's actually not Proud. It's the top knot team. It's Tyrone Bean. Right there in front of our Shojan Rock Hard concrete scoreboard. They do look alike. Kicks over the top. This time he finds Proud. Good start here by the recruits. Just waxing a little bit at the moment, Blackie, and getting themselves into the contest early.
Yeah, only been one forward entry each, but the Seagulls seem to be getting their hands on the ball now. The forward entry is very important. Just as he done that, he kicks it into the Camperdown. So
yeah, Proud's kick wasn't good at all. It was marked by Powling coming back. Now he comes across the ground to the members' side of the Gardens Oval. A good mark's taken out there by Camperdown. That's Jack Hickey. Hickey looks further afield, kicks it down the line. Running onto it was Pemberton. Gathers. Right-hand handball went nowhere. Gathered by Shields for Port Fairy. He's in a little bit of space. Elects to go short. Good kick too. You'll find Gunning. Gunning slips, but he has time to recover, or does he? Now he's in trouble. Got a little handball out there, and in fact he's been called for holding the ball, so he mucked that up entirely there, Gunning, and the free kick goes to Jack Williams. Williams for Camperdown. Goes short. Nice pass too. Finding a Camperdown teammate. Gets it on towards Cameron Spence. Spence drives the ball forward, punched away nicely by Mason Crozier. Gathered for Camperdown there by Bo James, but the ball's gone over the line and out of bounds forward pocket at the Glaxo end of the Gardens Oval. Camperdown one behind. Seagulls got yet to score. We're 1.5 minutes into the first quarter, Matty.
Give us an Arts and K injury update down there. Alan Blackburn not in a good way. The Camperdown player holding his left ankle.
Yeah, it could be ankle or Achilles, mate. It looks low down to be Achilles.
I'll tell you what, we're just going to keep an eye on who it is. The ball now goes into attack again for the Seagulls. Just dropping a mark there was Bean. Could have been off out of bounds on the full. Waiting for the boundary umpire, who's a fair way away from that, and we're still waiting for a decision. They've claimed it.
Young Tyler Fowler, boys.
No good by the look of things.
No good at all. And I'll tell you what, Blakey, just keep an eye on it, mate, because I'm tipping that he is not going to take much further part in this game this afternoon, which is bad news for the Camperdown Magpies to start this contest. We have played 2.5 minutes of the first quarter. One down this time by the Seagulls. Quick kick out of the pack by Shields. Running onto the football is Gunning. He gets a little kick over to his brother in Josh. Can he pick it up? Well, up by McCartney. Gets it back to Gunning. Gunning goes bang from about 10 metres out. There's the first goal of the game to the Port Fairy Seagulls. They go to 1 goal straight 6, leading Camperdown 1 behind 1 point, and a good...
Back in the centre of the Gardens Oval, we played 3 minutes first quarter. Up they go, Proud and Powling. No decisive knock. The ball comes towards Camperdown there, gets kicked into their forward line. Running onto it is Spence. He couldn't take possession of the footy, nor could little Isaac Martin. Ball's in dispute. Oh, it spills out to Pemberton. Couldn't get a handball forward. Now he's butters up again. Looked like he got one high, but didn't pay it. Pemberton gets it to Marnie in space. He'll line around, turn around and kick a goal. No, he won't. He's kicked it out in the full. So a little bit more space, I think, than he realised there, Blakey. So he's kicked it out on the full. Shoshin Concrete scoreboard, 3.5 minutes in. 1 goal straight to Seagulls, 1 behind Camperdown.
Good pressure by the Seagulls. Chase him down. He was in a bit of space, but good pressure from the back line of the Seagulls.
Quick kick out there by Crozier. It's going to beat them all out. We're going to have a ball up in front of the Mick Finnegan bar here at the Gardens Oval, Port Fairy. And the boys are going to be in full voice there this afternoon. Big boundary throw in. The big man gets the knock down for Port Fairy. Gathered there by Cast. Could have got a push in the back. Doesn't get it. Quick handle out to Pemberton. It's a high up and under. Contest at centre half forward. Free kick surely. And it goes to Josh Gunning. Player running back with a flight of the football without his eyes on it. And Gunning's at centre half back. And he's going to just steady the ship a little bit here. Poss for the Seagulls.
He goes towards half forward. Looking down there for Lambeski it was. Couldn't take the mark. Ball's on the ground. All nicely picked up there by James of Camperdown. Got a ball back to Pemberton. It looked like he got one high, but no. Ball's in dispute. Well done, Lambeski. Comes up with it from the Seagulls. Runs through the centre of the Gardens Oval. Bad kick. Turned it over. Went straight to Spence. Spence for Camperdown now. Drives them into attack. Kicks to half forward. Looking down there for Cardinal. Couldn't take the mark. Yes, he could. Took it out in front of... that was Colin Harwood. Comes in board, but a bad kick, but nicely taken again by Spence. Got a handball on to Pemberton. Has a snapshot for goal, but goes through for 1 behind, wasting opportunities here at the Gardens Oval, Camperdown. We're 5 minutes into the first quarter. Shojin Concrete scoreboard tells us that Camperdown's at 2, but Camperdown are 2 behinds, Blackie, and Port Fairy 1 straight goal.
Yeah, rushing a little bit, Camperdown. Had a couple of shots now, but that's pressure from Port Fairy, which is good to see. And inside 50s, the Camperdown Magpies have had 4 inside 50s for the 2 behinds and 1 out in the full. And the Seagulls have been inside twice for a goal. So far so good for the Seagulls, and a good game of footy, boys.
Just the kicking skills by both sides at the moment. They've been a little bit lucky that they haven't been made to play on the scoreboard at the moment, the Seagulls. Herbertson again, nice kick, finds Crozier on that far outer side here at the Gardens Oval, Port Fairy. He's just urging play. He's got a player on over the top, and just an average kick again there, and it's been spoiled. And that's just that little kicking that we're talking about, boys.
Yeah, very, very ordinary. And the Seagulls were lucky. They kicked one in board that went to the centre of the ground, and as you say, the Magpies haven't made them pay for their bad kicks.
So Proud's going to go up against Marnie. The ball's at half forward for Camperdown. Big boundary throw. Big fist again, this time by the big man Proud. Running onto the football there is the Camperdown, picked up by Powling, the opposing ruckman. Pumped long and strong into attack. Marnie's a target. Could have got a free kick there, Jacob Marnie. Umpire says no. Players converging on the football. One of them is Dylan Gunning. He spots up a kick, but it doesn't. It misses the target once again. Here's little Cameron Spence. He's been hot early, and I tell you what, I like it. No, he's just sprayed it to the left. But I've been very, very impressed with the start by number 8, Cameron Spence. He's been everywhere.
Great kid, Matty, and once again a turnover inside 50. The Seagulls are very lucky that play against the Koroit or Warrnambool, and they could have 4 goals on the board by now. But Seagulls just used to work harder and concentrate more on their kicks, especially inside their defensive 50.
Yeah, pressure of both sides been good, Blackie. So Farley kicks the ball out to the bar side of the stadium. Beautiful kick, but I think it might have gone out of bounds on the full. It has got good distance, but unfortunately out of bounds. So Jesse Gallichan's got it for Camperdown. He'll drive the Magpies back into attack. Goes up there looking for Marnie. Up he goes. Couldn't take the mark. Ball comes to ground. Shields is in there for Port Fairy. So is little Isaac Martin. Did well because he got it out towards Dudman. Dudman's kick not terribly good. In fact, it's all Camperdown. And number 30, young Matty Field, takes the footy for Camperdown. Drives them back into attack again. They're going to have another go. Big pack forms. Up goes Dunning. Up went Marnie. Couldn't take it. Comes Nick Sheen to Shields. Shields a handball went astray. Come to Cast. Drop chipping in with Dunning. Gunning, that was good. That was Dylan. Gets that there towards Mason Crazier. He gets it on further on there towards Farley, is it? Kicks it long down the wing. Here's Holmer's first opportunity. Takes a beautiful mark in the centre of the ground, and he'll drive the Seagulls into attack.
I like this boy Holmer now. He's in the centre of the Gardens Oval. Port Fairy, big, long, raking kick to McCartney. A little bit of body work down there, and he wasn't picking on someone small. It was Jack Williams, or was it Hickey? I don't know, but it's Jack 1 and Jack 2 down there, and McCartney just took a beautiful grab, and he's going to go back and have a shot about 35 metres out directly in front, and this is for the Seagulls' second of the game, and this is to get them out to a 9-point lead here. McCartney comes in, short run up, umpire does not move, straight through the hay diddle, and the Seagulls go to 2 goals straight, 12 leading the Magpies 3 behind, 3 points.
The Seagulls.
But he got it in there quickly, didn't he, Holmer? He got in there quick for one-on-one.
And I'll tell you what, Blackie, great work down there on the boundary. All thanks to Isles General Store. You are earning your money in the sun today, mate. Get the zinc cream on that big beak of yours, champ, because it's going to be sunny. The ball's there. Quick kick out of the pack. Goes to centre half forward. Magpies gather across half back. Well played. I can't quite pick up who that is. Good bit of football. He kicks to the true centre half forward position. Coming out is big Eddie Lucas. He just overruns the football. Crozier gathers. Crowd and fans looking for ball. Umpire Stevie Walker says no. And we're going to have a ball up at centre half forward. We have played 9.5 minutes. We might go around the grounds thanks to 1-3 Cabs getting you home safely tonight. Portland v Terrain, Mortlake Shane. Martin, what's happening over there, Shane-o?
Here you go, big fella. Yeah, Sundredge Hanlon Park here, mate. Big in for the Tyke today. Blast from the past in Clint Lancaster's playing his first game in the seniors today. We're at the 6-minute mark, and it's Terrain 117. Portland yet to shovel the scores.
Beautifully done. Let's go up to the Friendly Societies Park, South Warrnambool v Koroit. Lee McCluskey making his debut this afternoon. Leroy, how are you, big fella?
Oh, g'day, Matty. You're very nervous, of course. It's going well, thanks. It's 19-minute mark. Koroit at 3-2, about to have another shot at goals. South 2 points. Beautiful day here. South kicking to the Warrnambool end. Playing well, both teams. Koroit just a bit more sure with the ball. South just struggling to keep it in their forward line.
Beautifully done, and I'll tell you what, looking forward to catching up with Leroy throughout the day, as I am this man, Jazza Ferry, Hamilton v Warrnambool. What's happening up there, big fella?
Yeah, g'day, boys. We've only got a minute here. We haven't got a score yet.
Beautifully done, and the big show, mates, he looking glistening in his 200th game.
Yeah, he was happy as Larry running out with the banner, mate. Couldn't take the smile off his face.
Great stuff. Well done.
Meanwhile, back here at the Gardens Oval, Jack Holmer's got the ball. He actually retreats, but he gets the ball back, and mark's taken by Gunning. So Dylan Gunning, he'll kick from 50 metres. He's on the Moyne River side of Gardens Oval, kicking towards the city end. So Gunning going back for a deliberate shot. Comes in, man on the mark's about 45 out. Gunning comes in, it's a bad kick off the boot. It's gone to his right and out of bounds on the full. So the Shoshin Concrete scoreboard at the 11-minute mark of the first quarter. The Seagulls 2 straight goals, 12, leading a wayward Camperdown 3 behind. So the ball back in play. Goes short, taken by Jack Williams. He'll chip over the top. That was good. Got it on further afield to Gallichan. That's Jesse Gallichan for the Magpies. He's half-back flank, 50 metres out from the Port Fairy goal. He'll kick up the wing, looking for a mark. Marnie comes out, hot on his handle with Herbertson, but Herbertson intervened and interfered, in fact, he said, the umpire. So Jacob Marnie with Dylan Herbertson on the mark will drive the Magpies into attack. Kicks it. It goes inside 50. It's not a great kick. Up goes Lucas. Couldn't take the mark. Well done there by Crozier for Port Fairy. Effected the spoil. Ball hits the deck. Gee, little Pemberton. He's been busy. Little number 10. It's Matty Pemberton, Matty Stewart, and he'll go back from 35 to 40 metres out, almost directly in front, trying to bring up the Camperdown's first
I
margin.
tell you what, he's been pretty impressive here, Alan Blackburn, all thanks to Isles General Store.
He has, yeah. He went in, got the ball, got a bit of a around the neck chop there, which you do, and he's lining up from about 30 out straight in front.
Comes in now, Pemberton kicks on its way, doesn't strike it as good as he'd like, and it's just pulled to the left, and it's another behind, so it takes the Magpies to 4 behinds, 4 points. The Seagulls 2 straight 12. That's on the Shojan Rock Hard Concrete scoreboard. We have played 12 and a half minutes. What have we got Sinnott stats-wise early, Black?
Yeah, I'm doing it all from the band. We had the Sinnott stats of it. I'll just fit it in, Matty. 10 inside 50s.
Do something, Blackie.
10 inside for Camperdown for only 4 behind, so they're not getting reward for their entries, boys.
Yeah, and Proud marks the kick out for Port Fairy. Likes to go out to the wing. Yeah, got found gunning. That was Josh. Goes short to Shields. The ball's on the outer side of Gardens Oval. Gunning got it back. Kicked down looking for McCartney. Used his body well. Holmer runs onto the loose footy. Will he get it before it goes out of bounds? It stays in. Picked up by Sam McCartney. Got a handball out there looking for... That was Xavier McCartney who's on the ground, but I think he's pulled out a free kick. He has to Camperdown deep in their back pocket. So they'll bring the ball to this outer side. It comes across to West. Jack Hickey takes possession. Drops it, but has time to recover. A terrible kick. Almost favoured Lambeski. He, unfortunately, infringed, said the umpire. Or it did Lambeski, so a free kick will go to Camperdown to be taken by Henry Bradshaw. Bradshaw looking down the line. He'll come down the line. He's on the Moyne River side of Gardens Oval. Up they go. Big punch from the back was by Phelps from Port Fairy. Come to Shields. He's been busy. Chips inboard. It's all Seagulls. And Herbertson takes the mark. He's got players loose. Not a good kick. It goes towards McCartney, but again they turn it over. The ball's gone out there towards Jack Hickey. Has some time and space. His kick's not good because it favours Dylan Gunning. He gets it out to Nick Sheehan. This way, that away. Gives it back to Gunning. Gunning drives the ball long, deep into the forward line. McCartney from behind couldn't take the mark, so getting in front and doing very, very well there, Matty Stewart, was Jack Hickey.
Yeah, I tell you what, good player. He gets it onto his other Jack Williams, over the top to see Houston, just clean bowls him. Gathered though, good enough there was Matty Field, got the handball on. Port Fairy got numbers though around this contest. Well done there, handball back inboard. I can't quite tell you, it's Sheehan, picked up though by Holmer. Holmer snapped from about 50. What's he done? He just pulled it to the right, and it's gone through for 1 behind, but his excitement machine at its best, Jack Holmer, that's for sure. Every time he gets his hands on the football, something happens. So the Seagulls go to 2-1-13. They are leading Camperdown 4 behinds, 4 points. That's on the Shojan Concrete scoreboard. We've played 14 and a half minutes of this first quarter, all thanks to Clinton Bolsh, Warrnambool Jeep.
We have indeed, and the ball comes back into play. Down the line, up went Lambeski for Port Fairy, got the handball out, comes out there towards little Isaac Martin. He'll go inboard. That's a better kick, but too long for McCartney, but he recovers, goes onto his left foot, has a snap for goal. It'll bounce through for a goal.
Mark that down, Alan Blackburn, for a Warrnambool Gyprock Plaster Player of the Day. He had to go and get his own football, spun around, and I tell you what, that's as good a snap as you'll see.
Fine for their 3 goals, 1, and the Magpies are the same for a scabby old 4 points.
I tell you what, it's a total different outfit this week for the Port Fairy Seagulls. They're having a crack. They're playing one-on-one football, and their ball movement forward. They're just getting numbers around the contest, which last week they just weren't able to do against Koroit. So the ball coming out of the middle again now. Camperdown about to pump into attack. Cobb Marnie, big fist over the top. That's time by Herbertson. Could have got a free kick there, Marnie. Going in nice and hard though for Camperdown is a youngster there, and that is Henry Bradshaw. Snaps around the body, but a good mark has been taken by Guy Phelps across half back. I like the way this guy plays his football. He squares it up inboard, finds Josh Gunning. Gunning's got players absolutely on in earnest. One of them is Mason Crozier. Not a good kick, but they're going to have space. They've got enough time to run onto it. Good tackle there though for the Camperdown Magpies, and that was by Huey Gordon. And I tell you what, they're on here, the Magpies posts.
They are, because Pemberton's got it in front of the scoreboard. He goes in short. Couldn't take the mark over the top though. Herbertson did really well for Port, but as did Marnie Butters up for Camperdown. The ball's on the deck, picked up there by McDonald. Onto his left foot, gives it into Dunn. Good smother by Port Fairy. Running onto it was Gallatin. He couldn't take the mark. Mason Crozier is in there. Comes out towards Phelps. The ball's in dispute. Dylan Gunning's on the ground. Snapshot at goal there. Came out of the pack from Spence. If it's not going to make it, it'll be relieved by Port. Taken by Lambeski. He goes short, and he finds on the outer side there Nicky Sheen. He'll steady and kick the Seagulls out of trouble.
He certainly will. So deep in defensive 50 for the Seagulls. Just looking for options. Umpire says you're going to have to play on. Little kick over the top, and that finds Herbertson. He was good last week for the Seagulls. Little stinky Herbertson. He's across half-back now. He's a beautiful kick of the football. He kicks long and strongly, looking for Homer. Just edges C. Houston under the football. Plays on to Homer. And not a good kick down. It's been cut off this time by Matty Pemberton, who's been in absolutely everything toss.
Is there something wrong with the Sharon, Blackie? That's what I want to know, because the kicking's atrocious. Here's another example. Not a good kick. Comes over the top. Homer, little kick to his own advantage. Decides to kick off the ground again. It goes out a wing position on the far side of the Gardens Oval, where we see the Shojan concrete scoreboard at the 17.5-minute mark, 3-1-19. Port Fairy at Camperdown, 4 points, Blackie.
And the poor boundary, Lady Boundary Empire, had to get over the fence here and get the ball good on it. Jackson Homer, you can see his mind thinking he's a step ahead, isn't he? He's just such a great footballer that he's a vice captain of VFL side.
Yeah, so very, very good. Josh Gunning this time goes up in the ruck for Port. It went to their advantage, but chipping in there good was that was young Bo James. Kicks long into the forward line. Spence, he's been busy, or was that no? That's Eddie Lucas. Eddie gets onto his left foot now. He's in some space. He'll steady for Camperdown. Have a pot shot for goal, and he brings up there first.
Well done.
So very, very hard work's finally paid off for Camperdown. They go to 1-4-10 on the Shojan concrete scoreboard. Still trailing Port Fairy 3-1-19. Alan Blackburn.
Well, it'll be a great game of footy.
Free flowing.
It certainly is. That is for sure. The ball goes up again. Shields going to win it out this time for the Seagulls. Out into a little bit of space. Running onto it there as Isaac Martin gathers. Goes back with a little handball, and he finds Nick Sheehan. Sheehan goes back again to Phelps. Phelps squares it up back to Shields in the centre. And Shields is going to just steady a little bit here for the Seagulls. He's been prominent early too for Port Fairy this afternoon. Yeah. I'm just going to go quickly around the ground thanks to 1-3 Cabs at Adelaide. The Crows 3-3-21. The Saints 3-3-21. That is at the 35-minute mark of the first quarter. Work that one out, boys. Scores are level. And at the MCG, it is 2 straight 12 apiece, Melbourne and Hawthorn.
Wow. Yeah, and in the meantime, Jackson Holmer's put Port Fairy back into attack. The ball's in the forward pocket. It's grabbed there by Gunning. It's kicked the dribble. It hit the post. It was a good effort, but unfortunately couldn't quite get the job done. So Port Fairy, the Shojan concrete scoreboard, 3-2-20, leading the Camperdown Magpies 1-4-10. We're just ticking into 20 minutes of the first quarter. Out the ball comes to the Moyne River side of the stadium. Up they go. It's a free kick picked out of here. It's going to go to C. Houston for Camperdown. The Seahawks, they call him, Blackie.
Easy, you'll do.
Here he goes. He'll give the handball back. Now Camperdown get out of trouble looking for Pemberton on the wing. Couldn't take the mark. They punched away. Gee, a nice little fancy little bit of footwork there, but unfortunately didn't come off and went straight to Gunning. All bad kick. Turned it over again. Spence, he's been busy. We've said that. Got one high. The umpire didn't see it. Play on, he said. The ball come back out there.
Good.
That was smothered on purpose. There's the ball goes back in, but Phelps is in the road as he's done several times this quarter for Port. Going nowhere though. Wrapped up in a tackle. Umpire said he had no chance, boys. Give it to me. 3-2-20 the Seagulls leading Camperdown 1-4-10. We're 20.5 minutes first quarter.
Blackie, just keep an eye on Mark there. Bo James is smother in front of us here. That was fantastic bit of play. Diving cart here for the Magpies. He gets it to Spence. Spence on the left foot kicks to the true full forward. Dunn coming out of meeting. He's a big brute, Dunn. He just couldn't quite gather. Gets it. Port Fairy now through Herbertson. He just takes the ball. He's been fantastic, the stick man. He kicks to Homer. Homer just goes up in a big fist this time by C. Houston. And the ball goes out of bounds on the half-forward flank. The Seagulls by 10 points.
Great game.
We have played 21 minutes of this first quarter. Let's go around the ground thanks to 1-3 Cabs. Shane Martin, Portland v. Terang Mortlake.
Yeah, with the 17-minute mark of the first quarter here, and Terang Mortlake are totally dominating the first quarter. They're 5-2-32. Portland get the score.
Beautifully done, Shano. Let's go up to Roosterland. South Warrnambool v. Koroit. Lee McCluskey, what's happening, Leroy?
Yeah, just quarter time, Matty. Koroit 5-4-34. South 1-2-8. But it's got their first goal at the 26-minute mark from Charlie Lee. So Koroit looking pretty good at the moment.
Beautifully done, Leroy. And let's go up to Hamilton's Melville Oval. Jazza Ferry. The Blues taking on the Kangaroos, mate. What's happening up there, Jazz?
Yeah, we're gone 13 minutes here in the first quarter. Trav Graham's just kicked his first goal to put Warrnambool 3-3-21, lead Hamilton 3.3.
Beautifully done. And let's go up to the District League match of the day. Nathan Adams, we don't actually have him yet, but we won't be far off following that one up between the Randall and Elmsford as well, boys.
Yeah, ball's in Port Fairy's forward line from a boundary throw in. It comes out towards Camperdown, kicks up the line looking for Gimani, but he's outnumbered 2-1. Well done by Proud there for the Seagulls, recovered at ground level, got a handball out towards Nick Sheen, goes onto his right foot, goes short looking for Lambeski and finds him. He's 65 metres out on the Moyne River side of Gardens Oval. They're kicking to the city end. He goes in looking for McCart. He's been busy. He's offering lots of leads. The ball comes to the deck. All Magpies at ground level. Picked up there by Gordon. Gordon got a handball out there towards Spence. No, sorry, it was Williams. Williams in turn gives it up, and it's a jumping on the loose footy.
Joshy Reeves, I think.
Free
Josh
kick.
Reeves, I reckon.
Well done, Josh Reeves. The forward pressure by Port Alan Blackburn has been very, very good as we tick into 23 minutes first quarter.
Problems from both sides each end, because there's been a few errant kicks into their forward line, but both sides have been pretty good. He's given up a handball.
Reeves gives it to Mr. Bean from 50, goes bang, but it's offline. In fact, won't score. It's all Camperdown down there. They'll relieve. He kicks it, gets the ball back inboard. Dangerous, but it comes off. That's Williams. Jack Williams on his bike, kicks it out wide, looking for and finding out on the wing position is Gordon. He'll play on. No, he won't. He'll go back. Guarding the mark is Reeves. Did very, very well. Chipped it on quickly. Led a little Matty Field. Umpire's paid the mark. I think he has. So Field out of side for the Camperdown Magpies. He's 55 metres around from the Port Fairy goal, looking inboard, but I think he might elect to go. No, he's going to go back. He's got numbers back there. One of them is Williams. He'll go back. He'll come further afield now. No, this is in fact Williams now running onto the loose footy. He's got plenty of space. He'll kick up the wing, go short, looking for the captain, Coach Carson. He's found him centre wing. He plays on immediately. Got a handball. Wasn't a terribly good one. It put young Brett Ryan under a lot of pressure. Unfortunately, or fortuitously, he wins a free kick. So young Brett Ryan, Matty, will relieve for the Magpies.
And just keep an eye on too, Dubman's got the job on Phil Carr, the coach of the Camperdown Magpies
doing
too.
a good job.
He is doing a really good job. Nice mark though across half forward or half back has been taken by Phelps for the Port Fairy Seagulls.
He's reading it pretty well, Matty.
He's a very good footballer. He wears the bright orange boots, and when you wear that in the top knot, you've got to be able to play, Blackie, because you stand out like you wouldn't believe.
Gold nuts, yeah.
I didn't want to say it, but you can. Colin Howard, he sprints up and he goes across the face of goal now, and it's been marked across half-back for the Seagulls. They're currently leading by 10 points. We've played 24 and a half minutes.
Going to play a bit of possession football, I think, Matthew, here for a little while.
They're just going to milk the clock. Harwood gets the football back. I think they know they're into red time. A little kick out this time finds another teammate. That's Adam Farley. He plays on quickly, goes back to Phelps. So we're virtually back to where we started about a minute ago, boys. Yep. Phelps kicks down the line, looking for that man Bean. Good fist away this time by Jack Hickey. And I tell you what, I like their back line with Hickey and Williams, the two big targets. And they're doing very, very well under a bit of pressure at the moment.
They are indeed, and they're getting plenty to do. So there'll be a boundary throw-in right in front of the faithful here at Gardens Oval. It'll be Phelps. Up he goes for Port Fairy. Got the hit out. It come to Martin. Not a very good handball. The ball's kicked forward there looking for Pemberton for Camperdown, but he's run out of room. He's come out of bounds in front of the Camperdown coaches box and right in front of our commentary position here, Alan Blackburn. We're 25 and a half minutes first quarter. 3-2-20 the Seagulls, 1-4-10 Camperdown. There's the throw-in. Up we go. Rucks go at it. All hit the deck. Well done there. All looks like he threw that, but he didn't. Picked up there by young Bradshaw for Camperdown. He's going nowhere. Wrapped up in a tackle also with the Port Fairy player as he gets up from the bottom of that big pack there.
Umpiring's been good early, boys.
And big Cobb Marnie's taking his jumper underneath jumper off, so it must be hot out there. He's got the short sleeve on there, the Cobb.
And he certainly has. He's heading off overseas in about 4 or 5 weeks' time. Little Spence can't quite gather. Bean can, though. Wrapped up in a good tackle. Umpire's going to pay this hole in the ball, is he? Yes, he is. And the free kick's going to go to Hickey. And that is right on the quarter time siren here at the Gardens Oval, Port Fairy. I'm just waiting for it, and there it is. And that is the siren. You can hear the little fella down below. It is the Seagulls 3-2-20. They lead the Camperdown Magpies 1-4-10. That's on the Shojin Rock Hard Concrete scoreboard. And that is quarter time action at its best. The first quarter all thanks to Clinton Bolsh Waterable Jeep. And we're going to take a break here on Hammond League Live. Come back with second quarter action right after this. Harvey Norman. We don't want our coach to be tagged here this afternoon, so just keep an eye on that, boys. As Powling goes up against the big man Proud. One down this time, it's going to be gathered by Shields. He's been good. Gets it to Phelps. Phelps could have been taken high. Barges through a couple. Umpire says you can't do that, guy. And the free kick has been paid to the big man Marcus Powling right in the centre of the Gardens over Port Fairy, and he's about to pump the Magpies long and strong and into attack.
He did, and he kicked it into space. Running onto it was Eddie Lucas. He's in no man's land there. He's pushing it back to the umpire. Appeared as if...
very cool, I reckon.
Oh, yeah. Appeared as if Herbertson, he's actually disputing the fact he got him in the side, but nevertheless, it's a free kick now. now. Eddie Lucas, he's tight on a really tight angle. He's on the Moyne River side. Now the Camperdown are kicking to the town end. Very, very tight angle, Eddie Lucas. So we'll see how he goes here. He's no more than 25 to 30 metres out. Cute angle, comes in. It doesn't appear as if he's going to try and run around. He won't. Deliberate kick on its way. The umpire's running back. I tell you what, I reckon he's kicked it. Absolute beauty. So at the 1 minute mark of the second quarter, the Camperdown Magpies hit back hard. They go to 2-4-16 on the Shojin concrete scoreboard, still trailing Port Fairy 3-2-20.
Empire never moved, and he's a live wire on the 4 line, Eddie. He looks good.
I'll tell you what, he's been dangerous. The ball goes up again. One down again by Powling. They're just winning the ball out of the centre at the moment. The Seagulls jumping on the football there is Shields, wrapped up in a tackle, slung too. By the big man, Big Powling. He's asserting his authority at the start of this second quarter
time, Matty.
I reckon you might be absolutely spot on. The big man's going to go up Powling again. Big fist over the top this time. Proud just gets his hands on it as well. In there is Lambeski for the Seagulls. Well done though by Proud. Just couldn't quite get the handball out. Wrapped up. It's pretty scrappy there. Quick kick out of the pack goes forward for Camperdown. Lucas the target again. Good fist by Crozier. Who's gathering? Who's scouting? Taking off the football out of the contest was Cameron Spence. Well done there by Shields. Also well done by Pemberton. He grabs the football, kicks off one step, if you don't mind, umpire, and he just goes bang, and that's 2 in 2 minutes, boys.
Well, 45 metres out, and all of a sudden he made something out of nothing. Blackie, opportunistic goal. So they hit the front Camperdown. They go to, what is that, 4-4-26, or is it 3-4-22? 3-4-22, leading Port Fairy 3-2-20 with 2.5 minutes.
Start of this second quarter, it's been Marcus Powling with a little bit of gusto in there. Yes. Umpire Nigel Pedler throws it up again. He wins it down again. Powling cast runs onto it, pushing it forward. Well done there by Henry Bradshaw. Goes back inboard, but Phelps this time stands up. He rakes through a tackle again. Could have went holding the ball. Umpire said no, yes, the free kick's going to go. And I think it looks like it's Sammy Martin. Is it Isaac Martin for the Port Fairy Seagulls? No, it's Dudman. Dudman goes over the top to Shields. Not a big kick of the football, Shields. If it was a jam tin out there, he struggles to kick over it, but I'll tell you what, he's usually pretty accurate. Kicks down the line, looks to Holmer. Just a nice little fist over the top there, and well gathered this time by number 30 in field. Could have been a free kick for a push in the back. Possum Kelly is spot on, and it looks like it is...
it's Liam Howarth.
Liam Howarth. I haven't seen a lot of Liam in this game so far, but it is a free kick to Liam Howarth, and he's going to go back and have a shot directly in front, Poss.
Indeed he will, and we're nearly 4 minutes into the second quarter, and the Seagulls need a steadier. So Howarth, he's only about 30 metres out, directly in front, kicking to the glove.